Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Freschi. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Today we are going to be reading the book, The Mutt and the Bug. Our main focus of today, which is our learning target, is I can retell a story. Now, while I turn the camera around, I want you to think about that word, retell. What does it mean and how do we do that when we read a book? Think about that for just a second, okay? Okay, boys and girls, so here I am with my retell poster. This might look familiar because we also use this when we are writing narrative stories, okay? When we read The Mutt and the Bug today, I want you to be thinking about these things, these 6 things that will help us to tell the story again or to retell the story. So the first thing we're going to use to retell is the characters. So who was this story about? You're going to see that picture on the thumb of the hand. Then you're going to move to the pointer finger, and to retell, we will talk about the setting, where the story took place, okay? Sometimes I also like to think about this as being the time of year or the time of day too. For the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky finger, these are the 3 main parts of the story. The beginning, what happened first, the middle, the next thing that happened, and what happened at the end, what happened last, how the story ended. A bonus thing that you can think about is a connection you have to the story. So that's in the palm with the heart. Okay, these might be your feelings, how you felt when you read this story, or how you related to the story. So maybe something similar happened to you, or you can recall a time that you felt the way some of the characters did. Keep these 5 or 6 things in mind while we read The Mutt and the Bug. All right, boys and girls, so before we get started reading The Mutt and the Bug, I just want you to take a quick minute or two and review your word family words that you worked on with Mrs. Reigh yesterday and during your independent phonics work, okay? You're going to see a lot of these ug, and ut words in The Mutt and the Bug. I'm going to give you just 1 minute to review your words, get that brain thinking about CVC words, especially words with that short U in the middle, and then we're going to get to reading. Okay, boys and girls, if you need more time to review those short U words, you can pause the video. If you do not, we are going to get to reading. Here we go. The title of this book is The Mutt and the Bug. There's one of those UG words. While I'm reading this book, I'm going to keep my reading strategies Stretchy Snake and Chunky Monkey in mind. But remember, our focus of the day is we are going to retell this story, okay? We're going to be thinking about the characters, the setting, the beginning, middle, and end. And if we can, we will make a connection to this story. Here we go. The Mutt and the Bug. Here's the title page. The Mutt and the Bug. A mutt sat in a hut. He sat on a rug in the hut. A mutt. If I look at the picture, I think a mutt sat in a hut. The mutt might be the dog. Now it's saying that he sat in a hut. I think that a hut is this place that he's in. A bug sat in the hut. She sat on a jug by a cup. Oh, another character, a bug. So on the last page, a character was a mutt, and on this page, there is a character, and it is a bug. the words say that the bug also sat in the hut. The bug jumped from the jug to the cup. She jumped from the cup to the mutt. The mutt got mad at the bug. "Get off me," said the mutt. "I just want a hug," said the bug. The bug was sad. "I am sad you will not hug me," said the bug. Look at the bug's face. The cub liked the bug. The bug jumped on him. "Will you hug me?" said the cub. The cub is a new character. And that's the end of the book. All right, boys and girls, take a second to think about who the characters were, what the setting was, what happened at the beginning, middle, and end of the book, and see if you can make a connection to the text. Okay, boys and girls, so now let's answer these questions. Let's retell this story. So the first thing we need to talk about is the characters. So who was this story about? I would say this story was about the mutt, so that was the dog, and the bug, that little ladybug. At the end, there was also another character, and that was a cub. I would not say he was a main character, but he was definitely a character in the book. Second thing we need to talk about is the setting. So where did this story take place? That's right, the story took place in the hut. Okay, in the text, it said multiple times that the mutt was in the hut and the bug was also in the hut. Very, very good, boys and girls. The beginning of the story is the next thing we need to talk about. I would say at the beginning of the story, the mutt and the bug were both in the hut. Now we need to move to the middle of the story. What happened next? Good. The bug jumped onto the mutt. Very, very good. The mutt, I would say, did not like that the bug did that. So thinking about that, how did this story end? What happened last? Very good. The cub came and the bug jumped on the cub to give it a hug. Awesome job, boys and girls. Now for the connection, maybe you could think about a time that you were sad like the bug was because the mutt was upset with him, or you could even think about maybe a time that you were happy because you got a hug, maybe what happened because you to get a hug. You could also just tell a story about a time that you were in a hut, maybe, or like a house. Lots of things that you can think about to make a connection to this story, the mutt and the bug. All right, boys and girls. So I hope that this jogged your memory about how we retell a story. You can also print off the story of the mutt and the bug so that you can keep this book in your personal library at home and practice reading it again independently. Today, for your reading activity, make sure you read for 10 minutes by yourself, okay? You can do this by reading from your library at home, your own collection of books, your book sack, or you can read on Reading A to Z online. After that, you're going to pick one book that you read today by yourself, and you are going to retell this story. You can retell it to a parent, to a sibling, a brother or sister, your pet, or even a stuffed animal. When you retell this story, make sure that you include those 5 main things: the characters, the setting, the beginning, middle, and end. And then if you can, make a connection to this story, okay? Think about a time maybe you felt the way the characters did, or something that happened to you that is similar to what happened in the story. Boys and girls, I'm so proud of your hard work, and keep it up. I love you and I miss you, and I can't wait to hear from you soon.